to the channel. Right, obviously as you can see I'm not in the caravan today. Now there's a very good reason that I'm not in the caravan. It could be it's a bit chilly out there and I didn't want to walk the 5 or so yards to the caravan. Could be that. Or it could be that we've sold the Kartt Jockey Wheel. Yep, that's correct. I know I'm known as Mr. Jockey Wheel to some, but we have sold the Jockey Wheel. And with the Jockey Wheel, the caravan. Yes, that's right. Shock horror, we have sold the caravan. Anyway, that's where we are. We've sold the Cartagena, and so I'm basically a fraud at the moment. I'm not a caravan vlogger at all. I don't have a caravan. We've been saying for a while that we're looking to change the caravan on the vlog, so what we thought we'd do is sell the caravan first. We sold it privately. Now the reason we sold it privately, well, a couple of reasons really. Well, the main reason is the dealer really weren't offering us anywhere near what we wanted or needed for the caravan if we sold it to a dealer, or part exited in fact. So what we've kind of done, we took the price that they offered us trade, the price that you could buy it for on the forecourt, and kind of cut it down the middle. Now we decided to sell on eBay, which we did, so we put it on eBay on the Sunday, and by the Wednesday the couple were towing it away and it was theirs. I'll just let you into why we sold this particular caravan. I've made some notes because there's quite a few, and some of them are a bit, well, you know, really, is that all the problem was? Actually no, firstly I'll tell you why we bought the Cartagena, why we bought that particular model. So we bought it in February 2018 and we'd been to, I think, the October show of the previous year, so 2017, and looked at a couple of caravans, and what we were actually looking for initially was a rear island bed. Now we went in the Bailey Pamplona, and for us it was a little bit claustrophobic at the back. Sort of an island bed kind of seemed squashed in. In hindsight, didn't really help that we were at the NEC and there were like 15 people in the same bedroom, so it would feel like claustrophobic. So what we ended up with, as you know, was a Cartagena with a rear washroom and the transverse bed. So now we liked the bathroom actually, and we even liked the fruit bowl sink because it looks really good. The bathroom has a really big mirror and the bright lights. There's no window in the bathroom apart from the skylight, and a sliding door, so it's really compact bathroom, but we really liked it. We liked the way that the transverse bed gave you lots more room at the front, so that it's a bigger lounge. You do sacrifice that in that the bed goes sort of transverse and the washroom's a bit smaller, but our take on it was we'd probably spend more time in the lounge than we would in any other room, so get a bigger lounge. That made sense. We obviously liked the front window on the Bailey. It's kind of their signature, you know, the big front window. We love that. So they're the main reasons we liked and reasons we bought the Cartagena. And now I'll go on to the reasons why we kind of fell out of love with it. I don't laugh. So first off, the transverse bed, right? It's the way it works. It's the way it's kind of like, it's either the Bailey has a flap, and you have this kind of like half circle mattress bit at the end. So at night you flap out, put the half circle thing on. Now that in itself is not a difficult thing to do, but it is something you do have to do every day. It's kind of like halfway between a fixed bed and having a bed with in the front lounge and making up a bed. So although it gives you more room in the day, at night you've got to mess around with this palaver with the mattress. Secondly, with the mattress and duvet cover and we have a mattress top, and when that's all on, it's very difficult to get around the end of the bed. So and what to do with this kind of half circle moon shaped bit of mattress that, you know, we used to keep it in the washroom, and then when we started using the shower shower room gets damp, obviously you can't put it in there. You put it on the back of the bed, it makes the bed very difficult to use during the day because they're quite thick things. I'd say put it where your pillars are. Then what do you do with your pillars? You put your pillars on top of that. By the time you've got all that, you've used half the bed in soft furnishings if you want to lay on it during the day. Or I'd go in there sometimes to edit vlogs to just sort of not lay on the bed but use it almost as a chair. One of the things we found as well is that from the front room you can see the bed as the washroom's at the rear. Now I have a lot of camera equipment and a drone and everything, all this kind of stuff that we take on holiday with us, and I generally leave that laying on the bed because I have a couple of rucksacks full of stuff and it's too big to put in any cupboard. Didn't really want to keep it in the awning. I used to keep it in the car, then you got to keep going to the car to get it. So it was constantly on show, so it made the whole place look untidy. The washroom, although we loved the mirror and the bright light and the sink initially, all those three things became something we really didn't like. The sink, if you've ever had one of these fruit bowl sinks, so we call them, you can't use them. They're not kind of big enough for you to wash your face. And also, just above the sink is a shelf, and you actually can't use this. I challenge anybody to use it. So if you're washing your face, you go down with the sink and the shelf, and it's just impossible. And the amount of water you kind of get around the area is just really frustrating. They've really good lighting in the caravan, but they're all really bright, and Bailey don't allow. Well, the only lights you can dim are the reading lights in the corner. And you've got little switches on the back where you can dim them, but the main lights you can't dim, so they're either on or off, obviously. And with those on, it's just too bright, and you turn all those off, you just got the reading light and it's too dark. The electric hookup being on the awning side is an absolute nightmare, really, because it's got the flap up, so when you plug it in, the cable protrudes out by about a foot maybe. Now why on earth they have it at the awning side, I really don't know. That was another thing that we didn't like. So I'm not really keen on selling things privately because I always worry that the buyer is going to come back for something. I mean, I've sold things in the past, but you just kept people ringing you all the time. The first caravan we had, I've told that story before, that we bought from Germany, a Naus from Germany, and the guy that bought the caravan was an English guy living in Germany, so he came back to the UK and took it back to Germany. When he got to Germany, he rang me up, couldn't get the caravan off the hitch. Like, what am I supposed to do? You're like in Germany. And I said, what is it stiff? Oh, yeah, you've got to really give it a anyway. And then he kept ringing me up about things. How'd you do this? How'd you do that? I mean, there wasn't nothing wrong with the caravan, but he just didn't know how to use any of it. So it's like, so this time, fingers crossed, I won't get any. I mean, I'm quite happy to help people every now and again with things, but constantly ringing. And then this guy put me on, he emailed me, and he did this daily joke that he used to email me, and it just got, I wasn't his friend, I sold him the caravan. So we're still looking at the moment, and we have some favourites, and we've ruled quite a few out. I like the Coachman, out of our budget really, but Mandy doesn't like the grey sides, and they have the fruit bowl sinks as well, which anything with a fruit bowl sink is not getting my money. It's just the most ridiculous style over substance thing you can imagine. I mean, I was really disappointed that the Coachman had gone for them, because other than the price, they were really good. Looked at the Eldis and Adria. Not a big fan of Adria. Don't like they've gone really kind of ultra modern with their interiors. Remind me a bit of the Eccles, what Swift do with Eccles. They kind of like to go a bit radical on the interior. I'm turning into an old man. The reason we bought Naus from Germany, our first caravan, the reason we bought it is because we didn't like Bailey, Swift, Luna, all the usual suspects in the UK, because they made caravans for people much older than us. Like we were in our 30s, so and now we're kind of not in our 30s anymore, not in our 40s anymore. I think maybe caravans have got more modern, but we've got a bit less modern. So we've kind of done this thing where we've met in the middle with our tastes, and now we're at an age where UK caravans are good for us. And like I say, Adria, they've really gone out there with the interiors and exteriors as well, made them look a bit pimped up. That's something I didn't like with not the eldest range, if not all of them. They have this really weird tinted windows down the side, which when I was 35 I would have really liked, but now I think it's a little bit too pimped for my liking. So what's our next steps then? So obviously we've sold the caravan, so we have the money in the bank. We're going to put a little bit more towards it as well, so like with the money we got from the caravan plus a bit more will allow us to buy obviously something more expensive than we sold for, which is good. Now, I think I said in the last vlog, real lack of second-hand caravans at the moment, so it could be a new one that we look at. Looking at kind of prices at the moment, because sometimes you're looking at getting like a 2-year-old caravan for only £2,000 or £3,000 less than a brand new one. That's about it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. This is quality caravan vlogging.